This is the best solve that I got on the GAN 12 Leap. This cube is pretty similar to the Maglev, apart from this cube having a spring in the core and a £12 reduction in the price. The Leap embodies a fast turning style out of the box, but can be easily slowed down to fit anyone's preference. And this is the best solve that I got on the GAN 12 Maglev. This cube has two repelling magnets in the core, which gives it a much faster, frictionless turning feeling, and is £12 more expensive than the GAN 12 Leap. Whilst the turning is very fast on this cube, I don't feel it is uncontrollable in any way, which is great. So with that, let's compare these two cubes, and I will tell you at the end of the video which one you should buy. Let's start with the most obvious difference, that being the tensioning systems. From looks alone, you will notice that the Leap has a clear piece under the blue piece. This is where the spring is. The Maglev has another blue piece under the top blue piece, and there seems to be a gap between these two components. These two blue pieces have a repelling magnet each, which gives it the name Maglev. The way you adjust the tensioning systems on both cubes is identical, so no need to go over that. The second difference between these two cubes is the UV coated finish that is only available on the Maglev variant. When I do the final comparison of these two cubes, I will go over whether I think it is worth it. And just before I go into some more solves, let me really quickly tell you about the similarities between these two cubes. The overall shape of the pieces are identical, as well as the magnets and core magnets, with the strengths of the magnets feeling identical. The colours on each side are the same on both cubes, and they also only come in primary internals, unless you get the stickered variant. And also the unboxing experience is identical on both cubes. So now onto the solves, starting with the cheaper cube, the Leap. I think that this is a great cube, and I love the simple tensioning system, as well as the adjustable magnets, which are really easy to change. I think that once you break in this cube, it loses its magical auto-aligning, and instead, I just think it has strong magnets that give a defined click when you finish a turn. I'm not too keen on the frosted texture, but over time it does wear down and become less slippery, which is good. Whilst it is fast out of the box, once you put your own lube in, it loses its factory speed. However, I never thought this cube was uncontrollable during its fast period. One of the common reasons people don't like GAN cubes is their weight. Whilst I think it is very light, I have been maining GAN cubes for ages now, so I'm well used to it. But if this is your first GAN flagship, then it could come as a shock to you. Now onto the Maglev solves. I think that this cube is potentially one of the best cubes I have ever used, due to a couple of features that I will mention. Starting with the tensioning system. There were a lot of unknowns about Maglev. However, I think that the execution of this feature on the GAN 12 is very good. Obviously, Maglev reduces the friction in the cube, which speeds up the turning. This could be seen as a negative, however, much like the Leap, I think that the stability on this cube is very good. This could be due to the core magnets or the simplistic piece design. Whilst you can get this in frosted plastic, you now also have the choice of UV coated, which is amazing, and I recommend it for anyone wanting to buy this cube. Not only is it more durable and lasts ages, it is also super grippy straight out of the box and requires no breaking in to get to the perfect stage, as it is already there when you unbox it. So now let me compare the two cubes. Starting off with the turning style. They both have fast turning out of the box, but once you lube them yourselves, the choice is yours for how fast you want either cube to feel. I would say that due to the frictionless characteristics of the Maglev, it is slightly faster, but as I said, both cubes are equally very controllable. So the UV coating, is it worth it? Well, for me, yes. I really recommend this texture to anyone, especially over frosted plastic. It might not be as prominent when compared to glossy plastic, but it is still very grippy, which I really like. And now, which cube should you buy? If you have the money, definitely go for the Maglev. However, the Leap is still an outstanding cube. If you already have the Leap, then I wouldn't get the Maglev because of how similar they are. If you've got this far into the video, make sure to give it a like, and if you found this useful, please subscribe.